Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. In the protection and support of American institutions, the peace officer faces many unusual and dangerous situations, not the least of which is the escaped criminal. On August 7th of last year, a statewide alarm went out for Nolan Wilbur, a man who was serving a life sentence for robbery and murder. A desperate man with everything to gain and nothing to lose.
I see. It's quite all right. Thanks very much for calling.
What was that?
Another false alarm.
False alarms paid off, we'd be millionaires.
I'll call the local radio station, see if they'll put out a bulletin on Wilbur for us.
Take another check on the roadblocks.
Right.
What about the Babcock Junction area?
2 units on the way.
This is Sergeant Williams, the Highway Patrol. Could you broadcast a bulletin for us every half hour till we call it off? Good. Now, here it is.
Move a couple of more units into the Babcock Junction area. Have them cover the farms and dirt roads in the back area.
Wilbur is armed and dangerous. Don't attempt to make a capture. Keep your doors and windows locked. Call the Highway Patrol. Got it? Good. Thanks a lot. How's he going to get out of that Willow Creek area?
Why don't you tell me?
We had the whole area sealed off tight as a drum 5 minutes after we got the call. He couldn't get through those roadblocks.
Well, there's another possibility.
What's that?
Hi. Can I get some gas?
All right, get out of that car, lady.
Don't.
Mister, get out of that car. Listen, you keep your trap shut if you don't want to end up in a hearse. Now get in that station.
Go with me.
Get in. Quiet.
Go. Oh.
I want you to get one thing straight, lady. There'd be 2 dead bodies in the station. I wouldn't throw the bullets, so you consider yourself lucky.
Simpson, did you check out the roadblocks?
All negative.
What about that report from 3220?
He picked up a stolen car, but Nolan Wilbur was not one of the occupants.
Well, keep after him. Pull in a few more units and establish secondary blocks, in case he tries to get around that main block on foot.
Right.
You don't have to tie it so tight.
Just want to make sure you don't go taking any walks.
$15.36. Proceed 20 miles south of Willow Creek. Rendezvous with 1612 to form secondary roadblock.
Nolan Wilbur realized that in spite of the new clothes, he was inside a tightening net. He knew the road ahead was blocked. The road behind would lead to capture. His only hope was the hills, which might give safety, but which would certainly present new problems of survival.
Highway Patrol.
Highway Patrol, Simpson. Hold on just a minute. Mr. Matthews, you better take this. Possible victim of Nolan Wilbur.
Thanks. It's Matthews.
There's a man here. I think he's dead.
All right. Take it easy, lady. Let's start from the top. Where are you and what happened? All right, ma'am, now don't you worry. We'll have an officer out there right away. Yeah, thank you. Get your gear. 15 minutes ago, Wilbur left the service station on 104. That's just south of our roadblock. He was driving a blue convertible. Nora Paul labeled 308. It's around the whole area. We're going to the service station.
Headquarters to 2150.
2150 by.
Vehicle stolen by Wilbur abandoned 19 miles south of Willow Creek. Route 104.
Have nearest unit cover the service station. We'll check the abandoned car. 10-4?
10-4.
Drop it. I said, drop it.
Okay, mister. We each got something in our hands, but what you got makes you the boss.
Any food in that truck? Water?
Sure is. Say, where'd you come from, anyhow?
Just get some food out of that truck and don't ask any questions. I've already killed one man today. And one more is not going to make any difference.
Mister, it could make a lot of difference to me. Pull up a chair and I'll serve lunch.
Well, here it is. A little further up the road, he'd met the roadblock.
Yeah, he must have spotted it up ahead and decided to dump the car here.
Yeah, I'll buy that, but what direction did he take off in?
There was a lot less cover south of the road, more highways. Of course, he might have figured we'd decide on the hills and go the other way to cross us up.
It'd take a week to flush him out of there. $21.50 to headquarters.
Headquarters, bye.
Have the helicopter meet me on Route 104, 19 miles south of Willow Creek. It's urgent. 10-4?
10-4.
Get in. in there, let alone one man.
Yeah, looks like this will have to be a man-to-man search.
Drop down. We'll cover this area in circles, getting wider every time. We'll cover every inch of the ground around here.
All right, where's your money?
Right here. There's $19.36 altogether. It's yours without a struggle.
All right, now dig up the rest of it. You're making plenty of money operating this mine or you wouldn't be here.
Nobody's been operating that mine for years. It's unsafe. That's what the lumber's for. I'm trying to shore it up so I can work it again.
We're gonna have to wait a little while longer, because I need that pickup truck. I need the food that's in it, and I need you.
For what?
To drive me out of this territory.
The police are after you. You'll never get out of this territory without being caught.
Oh, yes, I will. Because you're gonna tell any cops that we haven't run across that you haven't seen anybody that looks like me. I'm gonna be right behind you in that truck with this gun 2 inches from the back of your neck, and with a bullet that's got your name written all over it, if we don't get by the cops.
And suppose we do get by the cops. What happens then?
Well, we'll talk about that when the time comes. Now, we're plenty of all this junk. I don't want the cops to even think anybody's been here.
Continuing their helicopter search, Matthews and Williams knew that Nolan Wilbur would not hesitate to strike out at anything that stood in the way of his freedom. Knowing this, a seemingly impossible search had to have a quick ending. But the Highway Patrol could not know that Nolan Wilbur had already found what he hoped would be his ticket to freedom.
We could draw a blank down there. Too many places for a man to hide.
All right, quit your stalling. Let's get out of here. That might be the cops looking for me. We're duck outside for a few minutes. Into the mine. Come on, move. Come on, hurry up. Nothing but sand, rock, and brush.
You gotta get a ground crew on the job. The only thing we... Hey, look! It's a pickup truck.
Must be a prospector. Whoever it is, we better warn him. Wilbur's somewhere in these hills.
Drop down in that clearing right over there.
They're coming down. Is there any other way out of here?
No.
How far back does this go?
Oh, maybe a quarter of a mile, but look,
Don't give me the butts bound looking here. They may not go back that far.
Let's say you're not worried about my life, but what about yours?
Come on, start moving.
Look, the least little jar will bring down tons of earth on both of us. It'll be tighter than any cell you've ever been in.
I said move! Move!
Anybody hurt?
Guess not.
Let's take a look around. The car didn't get here by itself.
I'm hurt bad. You shouldn't have put...
Shut up! Stay alive! You gotta stay alive to get me out of this! I don't see anything out here. How about the mine?
I'm with you.
Hold it, coppers!
All right, Wilbur. Come out of there. Come out with your hands up.
Listen to me, coppers. There's another guy in here with me. There's a big rock laying on him and he's hurt.
If you don't come in here and get him, he'll die. And if you don't do just what I tell you to do, he'll die a lot quicker. Get it?
That's a bluff, Wilbur.
And we'll call that bluff in 3 seconds with tear gas if you don't come out of there.
Tell him loud.
He's right. I'm here. I'm hurt. Help me. Please.
Okay, Wilbur, start talking.
Grab your guns at the mouth of the mine where I can see him. And come in here and get the rock over this guy.
Apparently no fractures. He's sure lucky this rock wedged against that beam.
You're making a sucker play. There's a pilot in that helicopter. He's going to call headquarters. This place is going to be sealed off tighter than a drum.
I know how you cops work. You won't risk me killing that guy if you can help it. So you'll just have to unseal that drum and let me out of here. Now start lifting.
Are you kidding? Take 20 men to move that rock.
You can get me out of here, can't you? You gotta get me out of here.
Yeah, we're going to try. Maybe we can run a line from the helicopter. Run around this rock and pull it off him. When we do, we got to get him to a hospital. If we don't, it's going to be murder.
They hang you for killing one guy just the same as for killing two.
You don't need a hostage. Our guns are there by the entrance. Pick them up and you got it made.
Yeah, and the minute I stick my nose out of that mine without any protection, the guy in the helicopter starts shooting. You. Go out and tell that helicopter to take off and drop a line. You stay here. When that copter comes back down, you tell him to land out there in the clearing where I can see him. Now get going.
Go ahead, he's the boss.
But they have that line. We got a man in there under a rock. He's in pretty bad shape. Try to loop this around a rock, see if you can lift it. Think we can manage? We sure give it a try. Listen, when you get through, land right here. We're in trouble.
Let me have it. Pick that beam up over there. Across the top. Okay, go ahead, take it away. All right, you take it easy, fella. This man is hurt. We gotta get him to a hospital.
Call up your helicopter. Get in it and get out. If you have any future plans, that is.
I got plenty of plans. And they include you, too.
Get out there in that clearing where I can see you. And take off and don't come back.
Short on bullets. That's why I didn't start shooting back there.
Yeah, and he won't come out to get our guns so he knows we're on the way. It's Brady will pick him up if he does.
What now?
You take the rifle. I'll take Brady's gun. I'll get out over there and you up there. As soon as we do that, you get out of sight.
Get me a doctor, please.
Come on. Come on, let's go.
You're hurting me. You're hurting me. Put me down and let me rest, please. I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
Shut up! Be glad you're alive. We're gonna need you at the roadblock. Come on.
This is the first time in my life I've ever been shot at with my own gun. See Highway Patrol again next week. Until then, remember, if you care to drive, drive with care. This is Bradley Crawford saying, see you next week.